Have you ever noticed that when the world gets shaky, people seem to split into two camps? I'm not talking about rich versus poor or smart versus stupid. I'm talking about two totally different mindsets that see the exact same uncertain situation in completely opposite ways. On one side, you have the asset believers. Their thinking goes something like this: look, society isn't going to collapse. It never does. Markets fall, and then markets rise. That's just how the cycle works. Real value is in assets. Property, investments, gold, these are the things that survive chaos. If you don't invest now while things are down, you're going to seriously regret it later. For them, buying assets isn't about greed. It's about security. It's a deep-seated belief that the world will stabilize because historically, it always has. Then you have the other side, the essentials thinkers. They argue, assets only matter when society is functioning smoothly. If things ever get truly bad when people are scrambling for food or medicine, who's going to be buying a house? Who's trading stocks? In a real crisis, essentials become the only true currency. For this group, focusing on survival isn't paranoia. It's pure logic. You can't eat an investment portfolio. You can't trade a mortgage for antibiotics. This is where the clash happens. The asset believer says, "You're overreacting. Things will never get that bad." The essentials thinker fires back, and you're just assuming everything will magically snap back to normal. It's two different fears, two different predictions, and two completely different strategies for self-preservation. Let me give you an example that really exposes this divide. Imagine putting all your money into a valuable asset, like a piece of real estate, and then things get progressively worse. You can't sell it. No one's buying. You can't convert it into food, water, or medicine. You're left holding something that's valuable on paper, but completely useless in reality. Now flip that. Imagine you don't invest. You hold on to cash and stock up on supplies, waiting for a disaster that never actually comes. Everything stabilizes. Prices for assets start to climb again, and you're left behind, watching everyone else get ahead because you were prepared for the worst-case scenario. See? Both arguments make perfect sense, depending entirely on what you believe the future holds. But here's the thing. You don't actually have to pick a side. You don't have to be the greedy investor or the panicked prepper. The real answer is probably in the middle ground. It's about finding a balance. Keep some essentials on hand for sure. Keep some of your savings liquid and easily accessible. But don't lock everything you have into one type of asset. And maybe don't assume total collapse, but also don't assume guaranteed stability. It's about preparedness without panic and security without denial. At the end of the day, we're talking about two mindsets, two fears, and two ways of surviving uncertainty. And maybe neither one is completely right or completely wrong. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.